The cheetah, known as Tyreek Hill, will not play NFL football ever again. Play that intro music. My man, Errol Spence Jr. let me down.
He fought.
I didn't even see it. I heard about it.
He was in the ring.
Ha!
Yeah, he was in the ring.
Dog showed
He
up.
ain't look better than when he fought Terrence Crawford.
Errol Spence Jr. lost on a decision. And then he retired after that. Again.
Oh, did he?
Again after that.
Damn.
Yeah, that sounds like it's done.
Yeah.
If he ain't look good, then he retired right after.
He retired right after. Yeah. We made it through another week, folks. Made it through another week. Glad that you're here with us. Welcome to another episode. Sunday Night Live with the 95 guys. I'm your man, 58 South, along with my incredible co-host, the sports diplomat, Mr. Mashawn Roberson, the coach, the Don. What's going on, fellas? How y'all doing?
Man, I'm hanging in there, man. Had another good week. Glad to be on the show and ready to go.
Absolutely. Well, ain't no need to prolonging it. The big talk out of the sports world this week: LeBron Leviticus James, not his middle name, just threw it out there. LeBron Leviticus James decided to take his talents to the city of brotherly love. I got my own thoughts, but I want to start with you, gentlemen, man. Bashan, what were your initial reactions to seeing LeBron choosing Philadelphia over the Golden State Warriors, the Denver Nuggets, or the Minnesota Timberwolves, who nobody really took serious as a potential landing spot?
Well, I think LeBron wanted to pull a Kevin Durant without pulling the entire Kevin Durant and going to a team. What I mean by that, if he would have gone to San Antonio or OKC, that would have been exactly like the Kevin Durant going to the Warriors. But I think he wanted to come right up to it, and with all the buzz that Philly and all the buzz that was around Philly with Jaylen Brown and everything else too, in terms of what was going to be talked about by everybody in the world, he wanted to get some of that as well. So I think he just went to a team that is not a shoe-in to win, but as close to it as you can get, and that's what I think drew him to Philly. I'm not sure if I worry about the chemistry and things with the team, but I'm confident that they'll be able to work it out because they got some veteran players. They have, I think, their coach is a good coach, and Nick Nurse. So I think they'll be able to work it out. I'm not sure that the Knicks are scared of them at all, though. I don't think they were. So, but that's my thoughts on it.
Okay, good done.
Yeah, man. I'm like, I see the Knicks, right? But after that, like when I was thinking about it, as far as the East teams that could compete, and I know we ain't there, but I'm like, other than the Knicks, I don't really see it. You know what I mean? I think LeBron is poised this season to really average the most assists he's ever averaged. He's number 4 in assists right now all time. He's gonna pass J Kidd after the first couple of weeks of the season. He's gonna pass CP3, I feel like, by the end of the season. So I think he's going to go down as the all-time greatest passer, right? Well, second all-time greatest passer. John Stockton is John Stockton, right? I don't think anybody's going to reach that assist level as long as I'm alive, right? I hate when people say nobody's ever going to surpass stuff because that sounds dumb, right? Records were made to be broken. And so I think somebody is going to get there at some point, but I don't think it's going to be LeBron. But I think he'll end up at number 2, which will mean he's the all-time leading scorer, second greatest passer. And if he gets a chip in Philly, I think he'll go down as the greatest player of all time. You know what I mean? So I think it was a great move for him. I don't know if I necessarily would have wanted it myself. Selfishly, I wanted to see him back in Miami. I wanted to see him hoop with Giannis and Bam. I wanted him to give Bam a better opportunity to get a chip because Bam is from North Carolina, right? And then after that, I wanted to also see him go to Cleveland just because of the whole story, and you knew what that was going to be. But I rock with Don, you know what I'm saying? So I wanted to see him get an opportunity to win a chip too. But I understand from LeBron's standpoint, he's looking like, I can just pass the ball. My scoring is just going to be an extra. I got Maxey who averaged 30. I got JB who averaged 30. I got Embiid who can average 30 if he's on the court healthy, or he can give me 70 if he's feeling good, if he has a chip on, or if he's playing the Hornets, he's going to get a 70 ball, you know what I'm saying? Unfortunately. But that's just how he plays against us, man. Like, I don't know what he has against Charlotte, but he plays like harder than he's ever played against any other team in Charlotte. And I'm like, dog, just do that somewhere else, bro. Like, we don't need that. So it is what it is, man. It honestly made me, the first thing I thought about was like, as a Hornets fan, our championship aspirations are delayed a couple more years now, but it is what it is. I think it's a good move for him in his career, so he won't have to do too much. He'll be able to pass the ball and give his insight to Maxey and help him grow, and JB as well. And JB already has championship pedigree, so I think it was a good move for his career.
Well, I'm just glad he finally made a decision. As far as the impact it's going to have in the Eastern Conference as well as the overall NBA landscape, I think on paper it looks great. But as we do know with LeBron James, it's going to take at least 2 years for anything to materialize. This one, he was in his prime and moved around. It's going to take at least 2 years to materialize. And I'm looking at the Eastern Conference, and I still would have the 76ers third best just right now until until the season actually starts, just based off the fact that the Knicks are intact. They played together. They know how each other function. Depending on how this Kawhi Leonard situation goes, I'm thinking Toronto's going to be a strong number 2 because all you did was move 2 guys and you're going to plug and play Kawhi Leonard with some great, two-way players with your man Scotty Barnes and R.J. Barrett has come a long way from being a New York Knick to a Toronto Raptor. He's playing at home, so he seems to like that more, or at least he's giving more production. And then you have the Atlanta Hawks who have gotten better. Not saying at all that the Atlanta Hawks are an NBA championship aspirational team, but I am saying I love what they did. They didn't diminish themselves at all. They've gotten a lot better since the season has ended. And again, outside of the core 5 that the Philadelphia 76ers are going to present, the bench is cool. I see where KCP is supposed to be another added addition after that Memphis Grizzlies buyout. Great 3-and-D player, also nice. But my problem with the 76ers is going to be you got LeBron James, who's right now is having a great battle with Father Time. Him and Joel Embiid are going to be your 2 biggest injury issues. You know what I mean? And
LeBron's gotten hurt over the last 2 or 3 years too.
Yeah, and you got, when you get sciatica, man, you can't control that, partner. You just got to sit there and wait that out. I like to joke about it, but you can't do nothing about it when it jump on you, homie. You just got to wait and see what it does. So again, on paper, great. But we'll see how it goes, man. Go ahead, Michelle.
I'm saying then, I mean, I know you still have the Jalen Duren issue in Detroit. I think he's gonna come back there, and there's some good free agents that they could pick up still to enhance their team because Detroit has a lot of they're gathering playoff experiences over the last couple of years. That's going to benefit them. I don't think they're better than Philly. I don't, but I think they can compete. And I think Don said something I wanted to just get him to. You said that if they win next year, that you think this will make Braun the GOAT. Clown on that.
I did.
Tell me why.
Yeah, because I mean, at the end of the day, he'll be, if they win a championship within the next 2 years, maybe not next year, but within the next couple of years, right? He'll be the all-time leading scorer. He'll lead in games played, minutes played, years played, second in assists. He'll have 5 championships. He'll have 6 all defensive teams, 4 MVPs, 21 all NBAs, which is the record. Want me to keep going? That's an all-time great record, right? Now, I think there's a difference though. I think there's a difference between the best player of all time and the greatest. I think Michael Jordan, of course, again, I'm North Carolina. I think he'll be the best player of all time and the second greatest if LeBron wins a championship, because greatest has to do your career, right? Longevity has to play a piece in that, right? And the sustained greatness has to play a piece in that.
You do know Jeff Green has played. Jeff Green played a lot of basketball too.
Yeah, but did he play at this level?
Think about this.
Has anybody ever played at this level that LeBron's playing at this long?
Yes, they have. I can give you one person.
Robert Parrish,
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar
for sure.
Played.
And guess who just passed him for all-time scoring leader?
Well, listen, Kareem is the GOAT in my opinion, but there's different things that I think LeBron can make a case on and can detract from him. But I just say this: Kareem played for 20 years. He retired in 1989. He was obviously all-time leading scorer. Today, 1989 is almost 40 years ago. Today, Kareem is still top 3 in points, rebounds, and blocks. And he hadn't played in almost 40 years. Kareem has been the overall basketball career longevity. Nobody has ever won more championships than Kareem in high school, college, or pro. He won like 3. I think he won 3 high school chips, 3 college chips, 6 NBAs, and he played in a decently modern era too. He played against and he played with against some of the greatest big men in our in the game. So I say that with him, that he has that. Now going to LeBron, obviously 5 chips in 25 years, man, is not really fishing. I mean, that's that if he wins one next year, that'll be 25 years, and they'll have 5 chips. I don't think that can
We
make
talking about
you.
efficiency? When did efficiency
Yeah, in
become a
terms of
piece of
winning.
the greatness conversation?
Well, 6
You
for 6
said it
is
just before.
6 for 6 is always the standard when
Efficiency and longevity. I mean, yeah, 25 years, and he'll have. I'm guessing now. I think LeBron will probably have maybe about 47,000 points when he goes out, and that's obviously a huge number. So he gets props for that. He gets props for the I guess the multifaceted level of his game, the passing, the rebounding and things like that. Defense, he could have done better on that over the course of his career in terms of being all NBA defense and some defensive player of the years for it to be a GOAT player. I think he could have done better there. But so I'm not saying that he's not a great player. I put him at number 3, regardless of what he does in these last 2. I just can't say that he's better than a overall player than Kareem when Kareem was winning in every aspect of his basketball life.
I just can't put you. I can't put you in there when you get swept in the finals. Like got win with at least 1. You know what I mean? And then you're gonna say when does efficiency become a stat? I mean, if I'm batting 1,000 in the NBA finals, I ain't really trying to hear what you're talking about when you're not. You know, you've been there a lot.
One for one is batting 1,000 too, right?
It is, but we talking about but we talking about the guy who went 6 for 6. Not nobody who went.
But nah, we're talking about Kareem too. They brought up Kareem. Kareem didn't go unblemished in the NBA finals.
Yeah, a couple.
You know what I'm saying? So like when we're talking about GOAT, we're talking about did you win it or didn't you? Like you won it. And Brady went 7 for 23.
Wait. Has LeBron
Brady went 7?
Has LeBron lost more finals than he's won?
Absolutely.
And how in the world? How in the world we gonna talk about greatness?
We're talking about right the championship piece. That's a team. That's a team stat, right? So we're talking about
a team stat.
But in basketball, one guy can influence that more than any other sport. Now, basketball, one guy can influence your ability to win a championship more than any other sport.
100%. But it's still a team stat, right? So once you get there, it's like championships or not. That's how when we get into the conversation of the greatness, then we talk about all the other individual stats, right? If you don't have the championships, you can't get in the conversation. Then once you're in the conversation, then we talk about all the individual stuff, right? So now LeBron is in the conversation. Now let's talk about the individual stats and whose individual stats are better than anybody else's. And it's LeBron's. And who sustained greatness for longer than anybody else? And it's LeBron. Nobody else has averaged this amount of points this late in their career as he's averaged, or rebounds or assists, right? So
the ring chasing has got to be put in there too, man. The super team jumping has got to be part, in my opinion, has got to be part of the legacy on the negative side too. Because the other guys that are in that conversation at most played for 2 teams, and they built the teams along with their front office and general managers. They weren't jumping to the best team available, which LeBron did. Can't nobody, if you're a LeBron fan, you can't take that away. Folks try to gloss over that. You can't. Just like you can't with Kevin Durant jumping on with Golden State, but obviously he's not in there. LeBron is the guy. That's got to be part of it too.
All I'm saying is y'all can't have it both ways, LeBron fans. You can't bring up how many times he's been to the chip and then be like, well, it's a team sport. That's the reason he ain't win as many as he should.
No, I never brought up how many times he's been there. I said how many he got. Like once you get, that's what I said. Once you talk about championships, it's either you have or you haven't. Then we start talking about the ones who have and what differentiates them, right? And Tom Brady
below Kobe Bryant.
Tom Brady was 7 for 23. He won seven championships out of 23 years. 5 for 25, 7 for 23 is real similar. You know what I'm saying? So like once we get to talking, then we talk the individual stats, right? Like so and then as far as the jumping teams, so we're mad at LeBron for him dictating his own career instead of having somebody else and hold on, instead of having somebody else tell you, okay, this is who we're gonna put around you. Him saying, okay, nah, I'm gonna choose the path for my career. right? How do we blame somebody for choosing their own path rather than sitting here and say, well, I hope they bring in some guys to help me, and putting the fate of your greatness in another person's hands, a general manager who probably has never touched a basketball in his life. Nah, I'm gonna be my own general manager. I'm gonna tell y'all where I want to go play, and y'all sit back and relax.
But if that's the case, then okay, I'm not begrudging him for doing that. I'm saying though, you put it in your own hands, then you have to win more than everybody else if you want to be the GOAT. And he's
won a championship at every team, at every stop he's made,
and creating your own legacy like that. To be the GOAT, you have to win when you're doing that. Championships too.
He won a chip at every stop he's made.
He has.
Every single team he went to, he won a chip. But we talking about wins though. He won a chip at every stop he's made. So he has taken the team to the next level, right? So what are we talking about? And then after he left, guess what?
What you mean? What we're talking about? We're talking about if he's creating the GOATness, if he's creating the greatness, if he's creating the greatness and putting together all of these teams that were going to compete with all of the additional players that he added, he's got to be better than 4-6 in the finals. He's got to be considered the GOAT. Now, I'm not saying he's got to be 10-0, but I'm saying he at least got to be 6-4, 7-3. Come on, man.
Did he go there and accomplish the goal?
Finals, building these teams yourself.
It'd be different, but
see, you got to do it.
It'd be different if he went to the team and they didn't win at all. He won at every single team he went to.
You mean? It's not he went to teams when he went to Miami. I mean, they wasn't good right then, but they had good players on that team when he went there. They already had won a chip when he went there.
Who were the good players on the team when he got there?
Dwayne Wade wasn't. Dwayne, who was on the team? Mike.
Keep going.
Scottie Pippen, right? And then he goes and recruits the rest of the league to do that. Why did he go back to Cleveland? He saw that they had good players on that team with Kyrie, Tristan Thompson. He liked them dudes.
Tristan Thompson was nowhere near an all-star. Tristan Thompson wasn't even a name when LeBron went there.
Kevin Love was decent.
Kevin Love
wasn't on that team though.
Absolutely.
Kevin Love, but he went and got Kevin Love and made him come.
Okay, give me the other players on the roster. Two players don't win a championship.
If you got two good all-star players and you the GOAT, that's enough. In basketball, come on, man. You act like the whole
Michael Jordan had
gotta be 1 through 10. You don't have to be.
I'm not saying you gotta be 1 through 10, but you gotta have depth to that roster. And none of them dudes were anything special other than the Kevin Love, the Kyries, other than the Dwayne Wade, the Ray Allen, who was on the back end of his career, and the Chris Bosh.
Ray Allen was still good. I forgot about him.
No, he was. For sure. But other than them guys, it wasn't like he had an all-star roster. He went there and he elevated everybody.
LeBron added himself to these teams.
Yeah. He added himself to Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh and Ray Allen. Other than that, who else was anything special?
Other than that? That's enough. What you mean other than that?
That's enough to win a championship? So two players is enough to win a championship.
Mike and them need beside Mike, Pippen, and Rodman? You got three. That's
Horace Grant a slap? Horace
Grant is a slap? Really in that.
So we're saying Horace Grant is a slap.
Horace Grant wasn't on the team when Rodman was there. He was on there the first round, and he was part of their core.
What up, Matt? He went and got Swish and Shump. And this is my thing. I just want to jump in real quick.
Yeah,
go ahead. I can't take you serious as the greatest of all time when you get swept, and also when you let another team enjoy a championship banner on your home court. I can't do that.
See, that don't have nothing to do with greatness. That's just competing for me.
What?
You know what I'm saying? Like,
again,
and sometimes,
so how are those two things different? Please explain how being great and not competing or lack thereof or whatever.
Now that's a part. What I'm saying is that's a part of competition for me. Like being swept, that's no better for me, better or worse than just losing. Like, I don't care if you got swept or you lost 4-3. It doesn't really matter to me. You lost, right? It's all.
You don't care that you don't.
It's all in the same category for me.
Wait a minute. You don't care that in the biggest stage of this sport, you couldn't win one?
Again.
And then got the nerve to want to poke your chest out and call yourself chosen? Chosen by who to do what? You couldn't win one.
So hold on. So are we saying that the years Michael Jordan didn't make the finals at all. That's being swept is worse than not making the finals at all, because there was a run where LeBron made the finals 10 straight years in a row. So are we saying because he got swept, that's looked worse upon than not making the finals at all?
I'm saying this. Well,
if we're gonna talk just finals, then let's talk just finals. Cool.
No, we're talking about the season. We're talking about the season.
We're not. Because what you just said, sir, was we're gonna compare just the final statistics, right?
No, I never said just the finals. I never said we're gonna compare just the finals. I said you said that. I said we're talking about competing. I never said we're bringing up just the finals, because that again, it's the season, right? So if you make making the finals is better than not making the finals at all. That's not. Like if you either you made it or you didn't. If you didn't make the finals, then how is that? How is that better? Not making the finals, losing in the Eastern Conference Finals, than me making the finals and getting swept. How is that? How is one
that he is building himself? Based on.
When I get to these finals and I'm bat 1,000, there should be nothing else to talk about. Correct?
What are you talking about? Like, yeah, you went to the finals, you batted 1,000. That was great. You won 6, absolutely, right? But at the end of the day, there was some years in there where you didn't make the finals. If we're talking just finals, yes, Michael Jordan got a better finals record than LeBron James. Absolutely. But there were some years in there where they didn't make the finals and they got beat. There was 10 straight years where LeBron was in the game to win a championship. And there were some years in Michael Jordan's career where he wasn't in that game.
And what I'm saying is this, all right? LeBron created, based on what you said earlier, LeBron was creating those teams, recruiting the guys, building himself, controlling his own destiny. And he was getting to all those finals, and there's got to be a point made during those years as to how weak the East was. The only team that was kind of competing with them during that time were the Bulls with Derrick Rose and the Indiana Pacers with when Paul George was kind of good then.
Boston Celtics too. We can't negate the Boston Celtics because that was LeBron's Detroit Pistons for a little while.
Well, I'm talking about when he was getting to those finals. The Celtics were beating him then. I'm talking about it was only 2 teams. But my point is that if he was doing all this and creating the teams, he got to win more than he won during that 10-year run of getting to the finals.
So what was the standard supposed to be, or how many years he was supposed to win? And who set that standard?
More than he won.
So we're saying more, like how? What is more though? Like 1 more, 2 more, 3 more? Like what? Who dictates that?
At least if he went 10 straight times, bro, he got to win 6 of those.
Says who? Like why?
Why have a winning record?
Why?
Because he wants to be the GOAT. You guys want to say he's the GOAT? A GOAT can't have a 500 or below 500 record in championship play.
Yeah, how are you the greatest of all time when you've lost more than you won? That doesn't even make sense.
That. So he has got to have won 6 of those to be considered a GOAT and have a plus 500 record in championship play. That's my
Again, like I said, when we're in the GOAT conversation, right? When we bring up rings, that determines if you're in the conversation or not. Okay, now we've crossed the threshold. He's in the conversation. Now we talk about the conversation. Then we bring up individual statistics to make the judgments.
Yeah, but not.
And we talk about who has the best individual statistics of all time.
If that's the case, wait. Karl Malone is probably the 3rd best guy. He ain't got no rings, but he played.
No, that's what I said. To get in the conversation, you have to have rings. If you don't have any rings, you can't get in the conversation in the first place. That's what I'm saying.
How is it? Then how are we talking about him before Kobe Bryant and Tim Duncan then?
Because of the longevity. Kobe wasn't, rest in peace. Kobe didn't do it for as long as LeBron has. Like nobody else has.
Has more rings.
I understand it. Well, what I'm saying is that
you just broke it down into tiers.
I said the rings gets you in the conversation. Right? Okay, cool. Now we crossed the threshold. Now we're in the conversation. Now we talk about individual statistics and what you've done in your career individually to discuss who's the GOAT.
And the eye test don't matter then, because in this league too, 20 points a game is, if you an NBA level player, 20 points a game ain't hard to get at all.
That's all subjective because the game is different.
Subjective.
So the game is different, right? So if you're gonna use that argument, then we're gonna say, then how did Michael Jordan not have more points than Kareem Abdul-Jabbar? Like the game is different.
The thing is the individual, and again, my opinion, and I don't want to have the last word. Y'all have something else y'all want to say, fine.
No, you good.
But if the individual statistics, the longevity that LeBron has puts him in the conversation. I'm not disputing that at all. But what I'm saying is for you to be the best player, the winner of all time, you cannot have a below 500 record in championship level play. You can't. That's why, I mean, that's why the 4 and 6 is brought up so much. If he had won 6 or 7 of those, I wouldn't even be saying. I'd be like, yeah, he was gonna be that. And the killer instinct too. This just my opinion too. But I'll bring up one other thing. When he went to his first finals, I remember I was sitting on my couch watching this game, and they were playing the Pistons, and he scored that 25, 26 points in a row and made them win that game. I was like, man, okay, this boy coming. This boy is about to be it. And then, because I saw the killer instinct in him on that night, and they went to the finals and won that series. I knew that team wasn't that good, but then going on into the rest of the career, man, I didn't see that level of intensity consistently from LeBron. You saw it when he played against the Celtics when they went to Heat, and he just had that eye of the tiger in him. That's one time I saw it. And when they played, they lost the series, but when Kyrie Irving and them got hurt when he was playing Golden State, he played very hard during those games. But consistently, man, I didn't see him have that eye of the tiger all the time. And that's why I don't put him up there myself too. But I'll end my portion of it right there.
Yeah, I mean, it's cool. It's cool to talk about, but whenever we talk about greatest players and all that kind of stuff, it's Mike and then it's everybody else who played, man. That pretty much.
And see, that's the problem. And I think not only that's the problem with the generation before mine, right? Because like I said, I don't understand when people say there were nobody. I don't care what. Because you said, regardless of what he does, he will never be better than Mike. That statement right there doesn't make any sense because he's still playing, right? How can somebody, regardless of what they do, how can they not surpass if they're already in the conversation and they're still playing? How can nothing that they do, regardless if they win, if LeBron mess around and win the MVP next year, how can that not be, or the next 2 years, how can it not say okay, now we got to have a conversation? That doesn't make any sense. And a lot of people in the older generation always say, I don't care what nobody does, nobody will ever be better than Mike. And that's just ignorant in my opinion.
Well, if it takes you 100 years to do the same thing I did already, then there you go. Like you said, he's still playing and still hasn't done it. So,
but he's had more.
Point made.
Look at Michael Jordan's career. Look at Michael Jordan's stats at this point in his career. We didn't play this long, but match them up. Michael Jordan's last 5 years of his career and LeBron's last 5 years, and then let's have the conversation.
Mike's averages are still above him all through. You could look at any other.
So Mike's
averages,
but the level of greatness, bro. Like he wasn't making the playoffs with the Wizards. He didn't take the Wizards to the playoffs. He didn't take the Wizards to the finals.
LeBron took a team like the Wizards to the playoffs. Has LeBron taken a team that was of the Wizards caliber to the playoffs?
We're not going to deal in ifs, right? We can't. If it was a fifth, we'd all be drunk. We're talking about
Mike didn't do that. But has LeBron ever played for a team that was that a low of a team?
When he first got to the Cleveland, absolutely.
And he was a young man then.
And he took him to the finals. But you asked me a question. All you said was you didn't say when in his career. You said, had he ever played with a team that was that bad? Yes, he has. It was Cleveland when he first got there.
That team that went to the finals, the first team with LeBron was not a bad team. They were winning 60 games, man.
Who was on that team?
Bro, they had Ilgauskas on that team. They had Varejao on it. Ilgauskas was a very good player. He was, look it up. You can roll your eyes you want to. Ilgauskas was a good player on that team. They had
Mo Williams was your guard.
Williams was on that team. Mo Williams was a player, man.
Was Mo Williams an all-star before LeBron got there?
He was solid. He was solid.
Ilgauskas was.
Ilgauskas was an all-star?
You hear that? Ilgauskas was. Yes, he was.
An all-star before LeBron. I got it. Yeah, we're gonna look.
Who was the all-star? Who was the all-star on the Wizards? Who was the all-star on the Wizards? If that's the point you're trying to make.
That's what I'm saying. The teams are comparable, but LeBron took them to the finals. I never said the Wizards team was better than Cleveland. You asked me if LeBron had ever played with a team that was as bad as the Wizards team Mike had played for. Yes, he did, and he took them to the finals.
So
Okay.
Hold up. Wait, I don't. No, that's not
I
correct.
mean, I
That's
can't.
not.
Hey, if
That's
you
not
think that
correct.
team, that he took to the finals in Cleveland was as bad as the team that Mike went to with the Wizards,
Absolutely, it
I
was.
can't say none of that. They were not as bad as that team before Mike came back with the Wizards. They were not as bad as that team. So
if it takes you a quarter century to do what I did in less time, I don't think we got an argument. But
I do because I'm sustained.
argument.
We sustaining greatness for the 25 years, dog. Like, and I was 18 when I stepped in the league. I didn't go to college. I didn't play 3 years in college. I didn't play under one of the best coaches of all time. I didn't do that.
You keep saying sustaining greatness with a below 500 record in the championship. I don't even
individual greatness.
So I go back
individual
to Kareem.
greatness.
Do you think Kareem played? If Kareem could come right out of high school, it's an if because he couldn't.
We're not talking. We can't deal with that. We're talking about what actually happened. What did Kareem do?
We're talking about
what did LeBron do?
Wait.
You see that? Ilgauskas was a 2-time All-Star. You see that?
Hold up.
In 03 and 05. What year did LeBron get there?
Hold up. Well, you said all you asked was who was on the squad. That's who was on the squad.
But you said he was an all-star. You said he was an all-star before LeBron got there.
Ilgauskas was an all-star before LeBron got there.
Ain't no verbal jujitsu gonna save y'all, man. You can't get around
it. LeBron got there in 03. First all-star was 03. It was 03 and 05. So he wasn't an all-star until LeBron got there.
I know, man.
Stop. We're not doing this. We're not doing this. It wasn't no all-stars on that team before LeBron got there.
I never do this. I never say talk about LeBron before I talk about Tim Duncan and Kobe Bryant. Like that, I never do this. You know what I mean? It's just good barbershop talk. But if we're going to talk about what really matters, he don't got more than Kobe Bryant and Tim Duncan.
So Tim Duncan is wearing, he's number 4 for you?
Number 3? What do you mean?
In like all time. He's number 3?
What are we talking about here?
I'm saying in your list of greatest of all time, you said Tim Duncan is number 4.
I never said Tim Duncan was number 4. I just said how we going to talk about chips and being great. And disregard the guys who got more than LeBron James.
But what I'm saying, I'm asking you. So like it goes for you with Michael Jordan and then who else?
It's Michael Jordan. Why am I talking about anybody else? Ricky Bobby. If you ain't first, you last. Why I care about anybody else?
That's a cop out. That's a cop out, man.
Keep bringing up Kareem.
That's a cop out.
That's a cop out. Played 20 years. Kareem played 20 years and still is the top 3 in those things I mentioned.
I respect that.
That's longevity too. And he won. He won all the time. Everything. It's just like people talk about NBA Hall of Fame or Basketball Hall of Fame being watered down because they count everything you do. No other dude other than Bill Russell won more than Kareem. And Kareem did it on every level.
So Kareem, what was his finals record? It was 6-4. It was 6-4. So he didn't win. So now, so if you're saying, so then Michael Jordan is better than Kareem.
Over 500.
So then Michael Jordan is better than Kareem. So the standard is over 500. That's what you're saying? You have to be over 500 in the final?
Gotta win. You gotta win more than you lose.
Yeah, you gotta be over 500.
So you gotta win more than you lose.
Bron's record right now. So Bron's record right now is 4-6, right?
Right.
So if he wins the championship, the next 2 years he'll be 6-6. Then we can have the conversation. Is what you're saying?
Now we can do what if. Now we can say if, right?
No, I'm asking you.
I mean, I'm saying now we can say if.
That was the first thing I said.
I thought we couldn't say no if.
No, that was the first thing I said.
Because you know LeBron ain't gonna win no 2 straight chips, man.
I said if LeBron wins the championship, that was how we got here. That was how we got here. I said if LeBron wins the championship the next year, then he's the GOAT. That's what I said, right? And you said no, because his record will be less than 5, or his record is less than 500. I said if he wins it in the next 2 years, it'll be 6-6. Then we can have the conversation, is what you're saying, right?
No. Whoa. That's impossible.
I'm just asking.
That's impossible. How will it be 6-6?
Go ahead.
He's 4-6 right now, right? If he wins it in the next 2 years,
so he'll be 6-8. So he'll be 6-8. He'll still be less than.
He got 4 wins, 6 losses. Yeah, so if he wins in the next 2 years, he'll have 6 wins and 6 losses.
Okay, gotcha.
And you got to think about this too. What is LeBron's impact going to be on the?
Why we always continue to bring in things to discredit LeBron? We never bring in things to discredit Jordan. We never bring in things to discredit Kareem. It's always LeBron. We bring in things to discredit him.
We don't. Nobody brought in a discredited factor. He just did the same thing you did with the what ifs.
Yeah, what I'm saying.
That's all he did. He bring in his own
what
if.
is
Your what if was.
What is his impact
gonna be on winning with this team? Do you think he gonna be the driving force for them winning the championship if they win?
I think he's going to get the ball to JB, Maxey, and Embiid in the places that they need to get the ball, so it's going to make it easier on them to score. He's going to average
a bigger impact than
15 and 18 and 10. And 10 and 6 or 7, right?
So he's going to that. Boy, what they talking about? Oh man, fact checking me out. But with Ilgauskas, he was an all-star before Braun, but I'll go past it. We passed that.
It was in 03.
The 203 before LeBron got there.
2002, 2003. That's the year before LeBron came. LeBron came in 03, 04. You good though. But my thing is LeBron's impact on winning with this team is not going to be. He's not going to be the driving force like he was with the Miami Heat. How
can you say that?
The Lakers. He's not.
How can you say that?
Because other guys on his team, all of them guys are better than him. At least Jaylen Brown is going to be more effective than LeBron is. He's going to have to, if he come in there
scoring wise.
They're going to lose.
You saying just scoring? Is he going to be the highest scorer on the team?
That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that the overall impact on winning, if LeBron comes in there trying to have a greater overall impact than anybody else on that team, they are going to lose.
And what have we seen with LeBron throughout his career? In every team he's went to, he's adapting to what the team needs to win.
We've seen him lose more.
We've seen him lose more. Ain't won nothing in 8 years.
Huh?
How come the Lakers ain't won nothing in 8 years and then tried to get when he
won a chip? He won a chip with him.
All right, he won
got
a
them
chip.
to the championship. He took the Lakers back to the championship.
What? Okay, so
Tom Brady didn't win a championship for 10 years
Tom Brady
and then won one again. Like, what are we talking about? Huh?
Tom Brady played for the same team for 20 years too.
What's your point?
What you mean was my point? That's the point that we were making earlier. The team hopping count too. Tom Brady built the team up too. He only left because he got tired of Bill Belichick basically getting players that wasn't no good and drafting them.
Again, he's won. And again, you're talking about somebody who won more than he lost. So quit talking about guys who won more than they lost.
You're talking about somebody that won way more than he lost. And Tom Brady.
Again, that's fine, but the ultimate point is he won, and he elevated every team he was on. He elevated the league. He is right now. Did you ever hear David Stern say, "Hey, we're waiting on any other player"? Has anybody ever said we're waiting on this player to decide the schedule of the NBA?
Wait. You talking about guys who just never left their teams?
Say that one more time.
You talking about guys? He said, "Have you ever heard David Stern talk about we're waiting on this one guy to hold up the schedule?" Have you ever noticed? You ever notice how
commissioner right now? Anyway,
you ever notice how one guy just put out a press clipping instead of a whole "this my decision" press conference? You just put "I'm back," and the whole world went crazy.
That was bad. That was bad. 100%. That was bad. But
this all I'm doing. All I'm doing.
He won with that team as well, and we're not gonna act like Kareem didn't play for more than one team because he did. Like
I was talking about Mike. I was talking about Mike when I said I'm back.
I'm back.
2 words. No big press conference. 2 words. Basketball world went crazy. Sports world went crazy. No decision.
That's cool.
Just saying.
So I'm confused about what that has to do with playing for different teams. How you announce that has to do with your greatness?
I'm just talking about what you just said. You said, when has the NBA commissioner ever said this one guy's holding up the schedule?
Hey,
I know one guy who didn't even have to do all this stuff you talking about. Ain't no carnival along with him. He just put a press clipping out. I'm back. World goes crazy.
Let me say this. I knew when I sent the topics that I sent y'all. I said in my mind, I'm like, man, LeBron gonna take up the whole show. I don't know why I sent this other
45 minutes.
Come on, man.
45 minutes.
Come on, man. He's the greatest of all time,
I'm good with that.
Or he will be. I'm sorry, he's not right now. But if he wins a championship with the Sixers, he's the greatest of all time.
No, he won't, man. No, not with this team.
And your 25th year. If you win a championship in your 25th year, and you the all-time lead scorer, you the greatest of all time.
Mashawn, look, man, I'm gonna go and tell you like this, man.
Come on, man.
LeBron fans and Knicks fans are the same people. You know what I mean? Just let them be. You know what I'm saying?
Hold on, no. Hold on, now. See, that's what we always get it twisted, bro. Like, whenever I ever said I'm a LeBron fan,
Cowboy
When have I ever
fans
said I'm a
too.
LeBron fan?
Let him be, man. I just let
Have
him
I
be.
ever stated that?
I just let him be.
Have I ever stated I was a LeBron fan? I'm a realist.
Well,
I'm
you
a
coming
Shaq fan. Shaq is my favorite player.
I don't know about realists, but you're a
Shaq is
fan.
my
You know,
favorite player.
I'm just
Look at the
saying, bro.
stats. Look at the numbers.
okay.
LeBron
right.
has done a phenomenal job keeping himself in shape and able to play the way that he plays now at this age. He's done a phenomenal job of that.
It's
I
hard.
mean,
It's hard for me. It's hard for me to take you serious
but-
at an open run if you get to pick your team and you lose more games than you win. That's all I'm saying, man. You can't come to the gym with your squad and you getting your ass kicked more than you win. You can't do that,
and
man. Come on.
That's just what I'm saying, man. You know, if it take you 25 years to, let's say he win one, if it take you 24, 25 years and you still don't have more championships than everybody else, you can't be.
Mike don't have more championships than everybody else.
But he ain't played for 25 years.
Or for 4 or 5 teams either.
What does that matter? What are we talking
What
about?
you mean?
This is
got
what
a
you
chance
keep
every year
you
to win
keep
a
bringing this up.
25. You're saying
You
25
keep bringing this up, man.
What does it matter? What does it matter? Like the 25th year or 24? He played 18 years.
Still top 5 or top 10, as everybody say. You have played for 25 years and you don't have more championships than everybody, at least in your era. Bro, he lost to Steph Curry 3 times. He can't even beat him consistently.
You lost to the best shooter of all and the best point guard of all time.
But he the best.
That's a knock. You lost to the best point guard of all time.
Ain't nobody in your era supposed to win more than you.
And you lost to the best point guard of all time.
A
top 3 shooter of all time. And a top 3 scorer of all time.
Who won more than Kareem in his era? Who?
Again, you lost to the best point guard of all time.
Then Steph Curry.
Whoa. Who's the best point guard of all time?
Wardell, Stephen Curry.
Man, get out of here, man. You're talking crazy. Now you just want somebody to talk. You're the best point guard of all time.
Look it up. It's a fact. Come on, man.
So if Steph Curry's the best point guard of all time, so his assists are where? If he's the best point guard of all time. What are you talking about, the best point guard of all time?
So John Stockton is the best point guard of all time?
Point guard? What do you consider? What is the point guard's job? Tell me what the point guard's job is.
To run a team and to make sure the team wins. To elevate everybody on the team to be as best as they can be. That's the point guard job. To run the team.
I want to change this up, man, because that's gonna be.
Let's talk about football, man. Let's talk about football.
All I say is the GOAT in the era that he played. At least the GOAT got to win more than everybody else in his era. LeBron ain't done that.
Or at the very least, go stop somebody from winning something. Stop somebody from winning something. Name me who won over Michael Jordan when Michael Jordan was in his prime. Them cats was scared of that dude. LeBron James. You got to go buddy with some other guys and still lose. See, I was cool just having a conversation. Then you talk about Steph Curry being the best point. That don't even make sense. Now you just
how doesn't it make sense?
Talking. That's all.
I didn't hear who's the best point guard of all time.
I put Chris Paul over Steph Curry. I give you Chris Paul before I give you Steph Curry.
Yeah, I mean,
I give you Gary Payton. I give you Gary Payton before I give you Steph Curry. We want to talk about point guard.
I give you Paul, next
topic.
I would. I definitely give you John Stockton
the glove over Steph Curry. Come on now.
Yes, you talking about point guard. You want to talk about shooting guard? Yeah, Steph Curry. Yeah,
come on now.
Yeah, we talking about guys who actually facilitate, play defense, and run the squad. You can't not play defense and say you run a team, homeboy. Just because you run around off screens and make jump shots don't make you a great point guard.
Come on now. We just said Gary Payton. Or you just said, I'm sorry. You just said Gary Payton.
You talking about point guard. That's what you just said, point guard.
You said Gary Payton was greater than Steph Curry.
What I said was Gary Payton's a better point guard than Steph Curry. Yes.
Yeah, you did. I know.
Yeah. I'll say it again next Sunday. I'll say it next Sunday if you need me to.
And it's ridiculous.
Not at all. Not at all. Steph Curry's a shooting guard who they let bring the ball up.
And got 4 rings by doing that.
Yeah.
How many Gary Payton got? How many Gary Payton get?
Well, see, now you're negating your whole LeBron point. Let's not talk about how many then and then cry when we talk about how many you lost.
Gary Payton wasn't even, he can't even speak because he got one sitting on the bench. You can't even get in that conversation. That's why I'm saying. Like, that's why I'm so dumbfounded. That's why I'm so dumbfounded. If you said Magic,
the conversation you just started.
You said Gary Payton.
The conversation you just started was who's the better point guard.
I said that's why I brought up Gary Payton. who's the greatest
And it's
point guard of all
not,
time.
and it's not Steph Curry.
Again,
there's a
you
lot
said
above
Gary
Steph
Payton.
Curry, though,
Gary
from a
Payton
point
can't
guard
even be in the
standpoint.
conversation because he don't have no rings. He got I'm sorry, he got one.
John
He got one sitting on the bench in Miami.
John Stockton don't have any rings either, and he's well
And he's not
regarded
in the conversation.
as a better point guard than
He's
John.
not in the conversation.
Steph Curry.
Man,
He's not in the
sounded like
conversation.
I know you watch basketball, but you sounded like you don't.
Y'all
Talking
said everybody,
about
but
John
Magic.
Stockton,
You said John Stockton.
Isaiah
you didn't say
Thomas.
Magic. Like, what are we talking about?
Yo, man.
Magic's not a better point guard than Steph Curry.
Yo, man.
That's the only person you can speak on. That's the only person you can speak on.
No, that's not true.
And I'll have that argument.
Isaiah Thomas is better than him.
That's not true at all.
Point guard
argument about nobody
John
else.
Stockton.
That's not true at all.
No, man. He didn't win enough. He didn't.
Come on.
If your job is to run the team, you didn't run it well enough to get them to the championship with one of the greatest big men of all time. I can't really speak to you, champ.
Who you talking about? Wait, who you talking about? Didn't get to the championship?
Stockton didn't play with Malone. He's not one of the best men of all time.
And went to the finals. Wait, and went to the finals. Hold on. No. Stop. What you just said was, and couldn't get to the championship. They went back to back.
I'm sorry, couldn't win. I apologize. Couldn't win.
And who stopped him?
Michael Jordan.
Thank you.
Did he win? Did he
Thank
win?
you. Thank you.
Did he win?
Thank you.
Did he win?
Thank you. Who stopped him? Who stopped him?
So in 2 years, so you talking about in his whole career?
He stopped Patrick Ewing.
In his whole career,
Charles Barkley.
Absolutely. Keep going.
Clyde Drexler.
Mm-hmm.
Stockton and Malone.
Mm-hmm.
All of those guys tried to beat him and couldn't.
An hour? We're going to spend an hour talking about this.
Come on, man.
We're going to spend an hour.
Everybody beat LeBron before.
Talking about how Dirt Nowitzki.
Come on,
Talking
man.
about how Dirt Nowitzki.
Everybody
Dirt Nowitzki
in this era has beaten LeBron.
Dirt Nowitzki they took the championship trophy on tour in Miami. They partied in Miami with the championship trophy, the Dallas Mavericks. We in your city partying, beat the team that you constructed. Stop. Leave me alone. Don't bother me with this talk anymore.
So we're not gonna talk about.
No, we're not.
We're not gonna talk about when Penny and Shaq beat Michael Jordan.
We're not.
We're not gonna talk about that. We're just gonna throw that to the side.
We're not.
We're gonna throw that with a young Penny and a young Shaq. When they beat the Bulls, the great. We just gonna throw that. To the side.
Yeah. That came back from playing baseball that same season.
Cool.
What? LeBron played soccer, then came back and lost.
He stayed basketball. He stayed locked in on the game, champ. Come on.
Lost. Stayed locked in and lost.
Michael Jordan lost to a Penny that wasn't even in his prime, a Shaq that wasn't in his prime. Come on, man.
After coming back midway through the season, was it midway through the season or the full season?
No, it was past
Either
midway.
Way you lost.
It was like right before the playoff.
Either
he played
way you
10
lost.
games or so.
Either way you lost. It wasn't my fault that you went to play baseball. You lost.
But
it ain't my fault that he didn't lose in the finals or never seen what a Game 7 looked like either.
But he lost before he got
every
there.
star in LeBron's era beat him head to head to win a championship.
James Harden didn't.
Just about all of the stars.
James Harden's a star. He didn't. He probably one of, if not the best scorer. He probably top 3 scorer of the generation. Yeah. He didn't do it.
Well, you want to pull stuff out your ass now, James.
You just said all the stars.
Jason Kidd
beat him.
Jason Kidd
Steph Curry beat him.
Okay.
Rondo, Nash. He just talking about he said Gary Payton to reach 58. Hey, no problem. We're talking about point guards, man. We're just talking about point guard.
We went back to point guard.
We went back to point guard.
I'm just posting what was in the comments, brother. I'm just catching up to the comments, man.
Come on. I can't even see him.
He said, but I know. I'm posting.
Come on, man.
Oh, you there, GP? I'm like,
man.
Well, wait.
The only argument you got is Magic. That's the only one we'll take.
That's not true at all, because Isaiah Thomas was a point guard.
Man, Isaiah Thomas was better than Steph Curry, dog. But go ahead,
anyway,
man. This is
football.
Let's go.
Y'all old niggas be killing me, man. Y'all old niggas kill me, man.
Yeah, man, it's crazy. We got
kill me, man.
Us old niggas got things like, visual proof.
Y'all don't want to look at the young boys. Don't want to look at no older games to compare it.
Come on, man. Y'all old niggas be wilding, man. Sometimes you just gotta accept it's a better. There's more skill in today's game, and the players are better in general in today's game. Steph Curry is Like,
let me
again,
say this to that.
the only
Let me say this
the
to
only
that.
argument you got is Magic. That's it. That's it.
But let me
and
say
Magic
this
would
to
tell
that
you, and
point you
Magic would
made.
tell you that.
What you just said, you said that there's more skill and athleticism in today's game
No,
than
I didn't say
ever
athleticism.
before.
I said more skill and better players.
Okay.
That's what I said.
More skill and what?
Better players.
Okay. Then if that's the case, then how come Luka and Joker are two of the best players in this era? They can't even jump from the street to the curb. They dominate this era. If it's more skill and better players, then how come?
What is Luka dominated? Like, what has he won? When did he start
won
dominating?
nothing. But I'm saying
that's domination, right?
Also.
Michael Jordan dominated the era, and that is shown by he won, right? When has Luka dominated anything? Joker hasn't. Joker's dominated. He's dominated. He's won one, but he's like hasn't been sustained winning.
So I am saying Joker's won 3 MVPs. That seemed pretty dominant to me.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
So I'm saying these guys are not.
That you name me one guy. Luka hasn't dominated anything. Joker has dominated.
That right there can start a whole conversation on fundamentals and AAU ball messing up the whole NBA product. Because
I don't disagree with that. I don't disagree with that.
So all of these guys that are now playing don't have the fundamentals that Joker and Luka have to dominate these guys or the foreign players. They just don't have.
Again, I don't disagree with that, right? But you're not finna tell me that John Stockton, you was gonna put him to check Russell Westbrook. Right? We're not gonna say, and Russell Westbrook is not the best point guard. He's top 5 of the generation, but he's not.
Wait, stop.
Of our generation?
Let's never. Are you if you're attempting to go back to the Steph Curry argument and mention defense, I gotta move on.
I'm saying John Stockton was one of the best, if not the best point guard of his generation, correct?
Yes.
Or just cool. the NBA. You can say the NBA.
Yeah, we won't say that. But of his generation, okay?
The stats that you love to talk about say otherwise.
Russell Westbrook is not even, he's not top 3. He's probably 5th if we're talking top 5 point guards of the generation. And you're not telling me John Stockton is, if we're talking about just players, right? We take winning out of it. We take stats out of it. We're just talking about if you go into the court, what player you taking over one? You're not telling me you're ever taking John Stockton over Russell Westbrook. That's not happening.
A lie. That's a lie. I will tell you that.
I will. We ain't going to the court then.
I will tell you that.
You got it.
I will tell you that.
Huh?
Because if you're talking about just a one-on-one for some odd reason, then whatever. But if we're talking about a team,
I'm talking about if we're going to the court right now, and if I'm picking my 5, I'm picking Russell Westbrook 10 times out of 10 before I pick John Stockton.
And Russell Westbrook has showed you how he shoots teams out of games, and John Stockton has showed you we're gonna beat the brakes off you. We're gonna destroy you, man.
You tripping.
We're gonna destroy you.
Russell Westbrook is not more skilled and a better player. Come on, man. Y'all old niggas kill me, man. Y'all kill me, dog.
No, I'll give you somebody who I would take from this new game, who I would take over Stockton.
John Stockton is a cone, man. He ain't guarding nobody.
And Russell Westbrook can?
Russell Westbrook is not a better defender than John Stockton?
I don't know if he is.
What?
Okay, you can move on, man. You good. We can move on.
John Stockton got a lot of steals, man.
AI got a lot of steals. AI was not a good defender. He was not a good defender. He played the passing lanes.
Well, we talk about
the passing lanes. He's not a good defender.
I see what's happening. I got it. I see what's happening. What's your name? Tell everybody your name real quick.
Hold on.
Yeah. Tell everybody your name real quick.
Hold on.
Tell everybody your name.
Time out. So I'm assuming you're saying this in response to basically saying Allen Iverson was a good defender.
I'm just asking you to tell everybody your name. I see what's happening. Just tell everybody your name real quick.
Now I want to know though. I gotta know the answer to that.
I'll answer everything after you just tell everybody your name.
You see my name? It's on the screen.
I see what's happening, Mashawn. He just want to be right on something so bad. So just tell everybody your name. That way you're right on something, and we can go ahead.
Okay, I got you.
And we can
I'm confused. I'm confused.
This man just told us destroy team chemistry over somebody who we watched take a team back to back and is known as being one of the greatest facilitators.
If we're going out to the court, I'm taking Russell Westbrook over John Stockton 10 times out of 10. And most NBA players would tell you the same thing.
A lot of problems offensively and defensively. He gonna say John Stockton. Ask Gary Payton. Ask Gary Payton about John Stockton. He gonna tell you.
Now Gary Payton cool.
He gonna tell you John Stockton used to DM up.
Now Gary Payton cool.
Trouble with him.
Gary Payton was a defender. Gary Payton wasn't no supreme offensive player.
No,
Gary Payton was a defender. So, of course, John Stockton used to D him up because Gary Payton wasn't bringing too much on the offensive end.
How you get to be an all-star then? Consistent.
Because of his defense. He locked everybody else up.
He real said, God, John Stockton got 5 all-defensive teams. He was a defender, man.
Like you said, he got steals. You said he got steals. AI got steals. AI, if I'm not mistaken,
AI didn't make no all-defensive team.
You're right, but you said he got steals.
Russell Westbrook never made no all-defensive team. If I could think of it, I'm not sure, but I don't think that he got an all-defensive team.
What's going on in football? What's happening in football,
running the team, I'll take Jalen Brunson. Out of this era right now, I'll take Jalen Brunson.
Give me Drew Holiday.
I'll take Drew Holiday, yeah. I'll take those 2 guys.
Give me Drew Holiday, man.
In terms of running the team, I have to see this guy play, but I'm confident in Kingston Fleming's ability to run a team. I'm going to see how he does.
Right now, you can give me Jason Kidd over Russell Westbrook right now today. Football, what's going on in the wonderful world of NFL? We're going to talk an hour about some NBA guys who ain't even playing until October. Yeah, football-wise, man, what's going on in the NFL?
Man, what y'all gonna do in Carolina, man?
That was the reasoning for going the way we did as far as all the offseason moves with the depth. I'm not gonna lie, man. Nick Scorton being hurt, that doesn't help. You know what I mean? The situation that hurts the depth, but we also still have Devin Lloyd and Jalen Phillips. So, speedy recovery to that man. Also, my man Moton, offensive tackle. He had the blood clot situation. So, we go through it every offseason. Man.
But I'm saying with that offensive line, Bryce Young needs that tremendously to have a good season. Hopefully that guy can come back.
But we saw last year how we went into the season with the same, expectations and had injuries during the off season. So we knew the plan for this. We have depth now that we didn't have last season. So I'm still looking for us to come out of the NFC South. Your New Orleans Saints, they are on our heels, of course, no problem there. But yeah, we'll be fine. The issue this season is still going to be how well Bryce Young plays. No matter who gets hurt and who doesn't, it's still going to fall on Bryce.
I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, not shout out to him because I've heard some bad things about him. But Dave Tepper, I respect what you're doing with this stadium and everything like that. I respect it. Unfortunately,
they're gonna get the Super Bowl.
I hope. Please, NFL, please bring the Super Bowl to Charlotte. Or draft something. We can get some, throw us a bone, please. But as far as like the Panthers, if I'm gonna just be real, I think the Panthers still need a franchise player. I don't think Bryce Young, he's gonna be solid. He's gonna win you the NFC South, right? Because the NFC South is not anything special. But do I think he's gonna take the Panthers to the Super Bowl? No. I think they still need a quarterback like Cam Newton was, somebody that can be the game changer, right? Like Cam Newton always talks about game changers, game managers. I think Bryce Young is a game manager. I think the Panthers need a game changer, right? And at the end of the day, I do think, especially offensive line wise, I think that group is really good. That group can block their ass off. Shout out to Damian Lewis. I'm coaching one of his sons at Myers Park High School. I mean, not sons, I'm sorry. One of his little brothers at Myers Park High School. But the offensive line does what they need to do. Running backs, they solid. Up front, D-line wise, solid, right? Other than the Scranton guy or Scranton kid, I hope wish him a quick recovery. Scored, my bad. I wish him a quick recovery, right? I think they also need some more depth at the linebacker spot. And I think DBs, I'm a fan, right? I'm a fan of what I saw on the back end last year, but I still think they need a quarterback that takes them to that next level. You know what I'm saying? That takes them past the division.
With if they control time possession with this team.
They can do what?
They can win if they can control time of possession and pace of all the games they play.
And what do you think their ceiling is, though? That's what I'm saying. Like, what's their ceiling? I think they'll win the NFC South, but what is their ceiling?
Well,
I don't think the Super Bowl until you get a franchise quarterback.
I don't believe that to be true, man. I believe that our ceiling can be the Super Bowl depending on how well the defense plays and if Bryce Young can be a game manager. We've seen teams with lackluster quarterbacks win Super Bowls with great defenses. We've seen that.
But
who was the last team to do that, though?
They were great. Or get close, you mean, or something?
Get close, yeah. But who was the last team to win a Super Bowl with a lackluster quarterback with a great defense?
The Broncos.
With
Yeah,
Peyton
Manning. Well, he was a shell of himself when they won.
The Broncos.
That's different though. Peyton had it up here.
No, it's not different. You asked me a question.
He led the league in picks, but he wasn't lackluster. Like there's nothing about Peyton Manning that was lackluster. He had it above the shoulders.
And Denver, there was nothing lackluster about Peyton Manning in Denver.
Again, it's still Peyton
You just
Manning.
said
Bryce
can't
Young
say
doesn't have what Peyton Manning has.
You can't say I lead the.
Bryce Young's not Peyton Manning right now.
I can't lead the team. I can't lead the league in picks and then not be lackluster, homeboy. That doesn't even make sense. James Winston is the greatest quarterback of all time in that case.
And what Don is saying though, that year that Peyton Manning was bad in Denver when they won that Super Bowl, they team still had to prep for him. They still had to acknowledge what he could do and what they've seen him done just the year prior to that.
So his resume? His resume spoke for itself. Cool,
yeah,
no problem.
It made teams play him differently. They're not going to play Bryce Young that way because he doesn't have that kind of reputation or history, but I think, Carolina has to control the tempo of the games to win.
Just be a game manager.
They got to be
a game
that
manager.
Great
defense, and a game managing quarterback. That's what we need.
I think that wins you the NFC South. I don't think that wins you the Super Bowl, man. I really don't. Especially not these days with these quarterbacks that are in the league. And like again, Peyton Manning, that was what, 20? That was the year before the Panthers won the Super Bowl. Or yeah,
no, they beat the Panthers in that Super Bowl.
Oh, they beat. Oh, my bad.
2015.
That was 15, right? That was 15. After that, all the quarterbacks that have been, or all the teams that have been, have wanted a really good quarterback. I can't think of the last time.
Sam Darnold. Sam Darnold
was really good with the Vikings. He almost took them to the Super Bowl, and then he went and he let. But what I'm saying is he was really good with the Vikings, and then he went to the Seahawks and they won. He didn't. It was like the Vikings was 14-1 if I'm not mistaken the year before. So he was. It's not like it was just Sam Darnold just like happened to. Nah, he's been really good. So I don't. And Bryce Young is not that.
Nah, Eli
Super Bowl.
He's better than a game manager, I think.
Come on, man.
Eli?
Come on, man.
That just barely got into the playoffs both times.
Because the NFC East was crazy that year. Like, yes, we should have won. Because Tony Romo fucked the game off for us. That's why they was in that spot. Bryce Young is not that. He's not Eli Manning that year. Bryce Young he hasn't shown us to be Brock Purdy, right? So he hasn't shown that to me. I think he's good. He had the best season he's had last year, but I don't see his ceiling being that high. I think the Panthers still need a franchise quarterback.
Let me ask y'all something real quick about the remaining NFL free agents left. I wrote down some, and you tell me. I guess if you have a team in mind that these players could really help. Joey Bosa, have offensive tackle Taylor Decker, Stephon Diggs, Deebo Samuel, and Bobby Wagner. What do you think? Those are the best ones that I have seen that are left to be picked up. Who do you think those?
I got Trevon. I got Trevon Diggs on that list too.
Trevon Diggs. Okay, yeah. Both the Diggs boys ain't on teams. Okay, go ahead.
Don, you want to take that one real quick?
As far as teams, as far as Joey Bosa goes, because of the nature of that position. Like, he can help anybody, you know what I'm saying? And so, like, because anybody will take a good pass rusher. There's not a team in the league that doesn't need a dominant pass rusher. As far as Bobby Wagner, right? I think, if we're going to be real, I think the Panthers could do a lot with Bobby Wagner, right? As far as mentally, as far as what he knows about the game, all that kind of stuff, shit. I think the Cowboys could do a lot with Bobby Wagner because we don't have a linebacking core that's anything to speak of. Right. And so I think just his knowledge of the game and how he can bring them young guys along, that's more valuable than, even though he led the league in tackles last year, if I'm not mistaken, or he was up there, he was top 3. And so, like, he's still a good plan, but I can't expect him this late in his career to come in and lead the league in tackles anymore. That wouldn't be my expectations if I were bringing him in as the GM, but he's going to still be productive, right? And he's going to be able to bring my young guys along. So if we're talking about a contender, I think the Panthers could do a lot with him. I also think the Cowboys could do a lot with him as far as the teams that need him the most right now.
The Bears need
Hold on, real quick. Country T.
Somebody like that.
Country T, what up, cuz? I see you, man. Appreciate you for joining the show, man. Appreciate you. What's happening? Stephon Diggs to the Baltimore Ravens, I think, would be a great addition for Lamar Jackson. Deebo Samuels to the, I was going to say Rams, But I'm like, I don't think they can afford anybody else right now. Yeah, I don't
I
think the
think he-
Rams could afford anybody else. But Debo Samuels to the Rams.
Marshawn Lattimore's still out there too.
Yeah.
he ain't retired.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
No,
Hassan Reddick?
Debo was already on the Commanders, so never mind on that one. But
I thought they cut him.
that's what I
They
said.
picked him back up?
That's why I said forget Debo. I was gonna say Debo to help Jaden Daniels, but you were just there, so that
He was.
that didn't work. Well, we know who's not going to be picked up because of his own undoing is Tyreek Hill. How you gonna say out your mouth out loud, I don't have any power in my leg after the surgery? Like, so you telling me you don't want to play football without telling me you don't want to play football?
Somebody had give him a little shot to prove it deal or something. I think somebody would do it.
Yeah, the Browns. Did he play for the Browns already?
Nah.
Yeah. Matter of fact, all them guys who just named, that's what team could use them. The Browns could use Bobby Wagner, Bosa, the Diggs boys, Doug Williams.
Chill out, man.
Browns just need some. They could definitely use the offensive help.
What
They
can
trying to
Brown do for
sabotage
you?
the young boy over there.
What can
They
Brown
trying
do
to
for you?
sabotage.
Nothing. The Brown can do nothing for me. That's what Brown can do for me. Nothing.
They trying to sabotage young Shador over there. But don't let him do it, champ. Got to get out of there after that rookie deal.
Yeah, he gonna have to go to another team, man. They're kind of being blatantly disrespectful to that dude.
What if he ends up? What if he ends up in
believe
Carolina?
that, man.
What if he ends up
Yo,
in Carolina?
Who
Last
Shador?
year, man, they were blatantly disrespectful to trying to help that dude or playing. They ain't play him till they had to.
You been? Did you just say if Shador comes to Carolina? Have you seen our owner? You think we about to have two of them in the So you think we about to have two?
But
Okay.
but he is a billionaire. He likes money, right? And so the last person that really moved the Panthers' bottom line was very controversial. You know what I'm saying? And so
yeah, but he was controversial and winning. That's different.
But I mean, when he drafted him though, not when he drafted him though. You know what I'm saying? When he drafted him, he didn't know. I mean, he knew it. I mean, he won the Heisman obviously, but and I mean, if he didn't draft Cam as the number one pick, they was gonna burn the Panthers down. But
that wasn't David Tepper's call. David Tepper wasn't even here. David Tepper wasn't here when we did that.
Oh, when did he get to the Panthers?
Yeah, David Tepper got here. I want to say about 3 years ago or so.
5 years ago.
Yeah, 3 years or so. Yeah.
So it's about time for him to make a splash, right?
Man, if you want to make a splash, stay out the way. That's how you make a splash around here. Stay out the way.
Man, and you know the funny thing about that? The funny thing that you say that, because one of my dogs, when I told y'all I was at St. Aug for a while. I coached at St. Aug for 1 year. Our interim head coach / defensive coordinator was with the Panthers that year that Steve Wilkes became the interim head coach. That they fired whatever his name was
Matt
in the middle
Rule.
of the season.
I think that was either Matt Rule.
It was Rule.
Or
Yep.
Mike.
It was Matt Rule. Yep.
Okay.
It was Matt Rule. When they fired him in the middle of the season, and he was like, and I asked him like, what's the problems? What's going on? I just want to know what the back room of the NFL was like, what them conversations were like. And he was like, man, first of all, he was just talking about Matt Rule, right, and how college was more built for him, right? But then he got to David Tepper and was like, David Tepper would be in the meetings. He would be having these conversations. And he was like, when you have, David Tepper's a technology guy. He's smart. He said he's smart as all get out, but he's just not a football guy. And when you have coaches that are football guys, all they do is football, then you got a guy that's not a football guy. Now you're messing up the energy. You're messing up the vibe. You're messing, you're at practice, you're messing that up. And so that's one thing
did he say something like, because of what you said about the technology background of David Tepper, did he say something about him wanting to include things like analytics and stuff like that?
Oh, absolutely.
Into those coaching meetings and stuff.
Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. But I mean, but the thing about it was, he said some of the stuff that some of the analytics stuff that he was bringing in was actually good, because he understands numbers, right? And so some of the stuff that was actually making sense and actually helped him. But obviously some of the stuff didn't at all. You know what I mean? And when you're trying to talk that numbers to a whole bunch of guys that just do football, is oil and water. You know what I'm saying? And he also, I mean, obviously, like we all know, he said Steve Wilkes should have got the job because he was like, all the players, that's who they were rocking with. So, yeah. Shout out to Coach Wilkes. I saw him the other day, actually.
Yeah, man. I really wish we could have kept that guy. The guys played hard for him. But I never thought that was going to go past interim. head coach situation. And the reason I never thought it was going to go past it is because once you get new higher ups, they're going to want to clean house. And Steve Wilkes was part of that Matt Rule regime. So got to get rid of you. Although the guys played hard for you, you still remnants of that. So we got to wash our hands clean of everything that had to do with the with the bad regime. So I seen that coming. I called it. It happened. Thus is the game of football, man. Mashawn, who we comparing this week? What conference? What division?
I got the NFC West and the NFC East.
Yes,
We
sir.
can start with NFC West, and I'll pass it to one of you guys first.
Good done.
All right, NFC West. I'm going we'll go from 4 to 1. All right, so 4, I got the Cards. I don't see them being anything special. I think they still trying to figure it out. They're still trying to figure out the quarterback situation after Kyler Murray, and so I don't see them being anything too great this year. Then the Niners, right? I think the Niners, they're always going to be, this is going to be one of the toughest divisions in football, as it always is. I think they're going to still be fighting for the number 1 spot, and I don't think it's not going to be a big difference between the amount of wins they have and the amount of wins the number 1 seed has. But I just think because of how the division has to shake up, they'll end up falling to 3. They'll lose the head-to-head matchup with the Rams at least. I think they'll get the Seahawks at least once. I think they'll lose. I think they'll get the Rams at least once, but I just see the Rams being number 1. But Seahawks at 2, Rams at 1. I think it's a win or 2 that separate them in that division from 1 to 3, and then the Cards are going to be somewhere like 4, 5, 6 wins at the most.
I mean, I don't really have anything to rebut on that. I kind of got it the same order, so
I do too.
But it's crazy.
Jacoby,
it's crazy the Seahawks are still at 2. That's the crazy part.
Not at all. It's not crazy because the Seahawks didn't get Myles Garrett in the offseason, so that's not crazy at all.
And Aaron Donald not coming back to the Seahawks.
Well, that was a question I had, man. Like he's been out of the league for 2 years, man. I mean,
I really think Aaron Donald is going to mess that team chemistry up if he come back, to be quite honest with you, man.
I don't. I think he's going. I think the production is going to override whatever he does, because I don't think he's going to. I think he's going to be in the background. I think he's going to still be in the locker room and stuff. I don't think he's just going to come off the couch. I think he's going to still be in the locker room and kind of in meeting rooms and stuff like that. Then close to the playoff time, it's going to be like, oh, Aaron Donald is active now. He can play. You know what I'm saying? So I think he'll still be around. How many plays?
What you say, Michelle?
Yeah, like, they going to use him like as a third down specialist or, just pass rusher? He going to play like, I don't know, 20 plays a game, something like that?
The funny thing, I think for me, because of where Aaron Donald retired in his career, I don't think that he has as many like injuries or like ailments on his body. I think he retired kind of at his peak, right? And so and he's still probably in the best shape of anybody in the NFL as far as in his position, right? I just believe that because of how he works, right? And because Jared Verse, who is going to be one of the best D linemen going forward in the next 3 or 4 years, went to work out with him and was struggling, right? And so I think that how he treats his body, I think he'll be able to do similar to kind of what Tom Brady did, like how he'll be able to come in and he's not going to be an every down guy, right? But I don't think they need him to be. He's going to be your 2 downs a series type of guy and get him out of there. But that's if they bring him back in the middle end of the season, right? If he comes back playoffs, I think he'll play more snaps in the playoffs.
I think the Rams got too much riding on this Super Bowl, man, to be playing them type of games. You know what I mean?
I think that's why they're gonna do it though.
Because if the Rams, like, after maybe next year, but after that, the Rams not gonna be good at all because they don't have
Ty Simpson. Because Ty Simpson gonna be the quarterback.
They just got this year, maybe next year, to be a relevant team. But I have the NFC West the same way as y'all, with Rams, Seahawks, Niners, and the Cardinals running up the rear. The top 3 though, is always real competitive with those 3 teams, man. So you never know. It could just flop around a little bit off of one game. You never know. But all right, NFC East.
Oh, before we move to the NFC East, man, I want to say, man, hope for a speedy recovery to the 49ers coach. Shanahan. Yeah, I heard he got in a car accident. You know what I mean? And he might have had some serious injuries. So speedy recovery to Coach Shanahan. All right, NFC East. I'm sorry, fellas. NFC East.
I'll start with that one. NFC East. I'll start from the bottom as well. I think the bottom is going to be the Commanders. I don't see much that they've done to improve their team. I mean, they still have Terry McLaurin. He'll be able to get his, and they got some decent running backs. They have one. I think they're starters from Alabama State. He did all right last year, but I just don't see them really improved that much. So that's what I have at number 4. Number 3, this is where it gets kind of funny for me, but I'm going to go on and make a bold prediction. I think the Eagles are going to be number 3. I think that it's going to be primarily because I think their coach may lose the team. He's kind of he seems to be very volatile in terms of how he coached that team, and he may lose the team. I think they have the talent to win the division. I don't know if I have a lot of faith in Nick Sirianni's moving forward. Number 2, I have New York Giants. At New York Giants, I think that they have a lot. Their defense is going to be much improved because they have Abdul Carter. Obviously, he's going to improve, but they have some pretty good players on the defensive side. Cam Scatterboo's coming back, and they got Malik Neighbors coming back and Jackson Dart. Jackson Dart played well last year. If he can limit the hits that he takes and all of he had some concussions last year, so that's always a concern there. And then number 1, I have the Dallas Cowboys. I have them winning that division. Like I they will be improved. They already have a real good offense, and I think they made some good defensive additions with Caleb Downs, Overshown's coming back, and I think they have some other good defenders that have been added to the mix. So that's what I have in the NFC East. I have the Cowboys winning, Giants number 2, Eagles 3, Commanders 4.
I'm gonna go next because I know Don is over there. He can't wait to co-sign.
I'm chilling, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm kicking it.
But look, now he kicking it and he chilling. Anyway,
we've been weighing him out today, so he.
I got the Eagles winning that division. I think the fact that the AJ Brown situation has cleared itself up. Now Jalen Hurts can just throw to whoever's open instead of having to target one guy. Saquon Barkley can get back to being, a great running back. Yeah, I got the Eagles winning it. I do have the Cowboys being number 2, and the only reason I have them being number 2 is because I don't know what the Commanders are going to look like with this, with Jaden Daniels coming back healthy. I have the Giants dead last still. Because you got to show me something. On paper, you look great, but you got to show me something for me to believe. You got your running back out here still doing backflips off a leg injury, so I can already tell his decision-making isn't the best. So I don't see the Giants doing much in the way of winning the division or being in tops of the division. So, yeah, man, Eagles, Cowboys, Commanders, Giants, man. Don, take it away.
I mean, y'all know what I'm on, man. But, I mean, I'll humor you guys, you know what I mean? First of all, I think these are the best two divisions in NFL this year, as far as NFC West and NFC East. But as far as 4, I got the Little Giants. I think the Little Giants, they're coming. Everybody, all the playmakers they have, the guys they're looking to come in and make big plays. All of them are coming off of injury. Cam Scatterbull is coming off of injury. Malik Neighbors is coming off of injury. Darius Slayton is coming off of injury. All right. But I think, honestly, if I'm just speaking unbiased, I think the Giants going forward have the most upside of any team in the NFC East, right? Because I think Jackson Dart, just based off of watching Hard Knocks last year and how they treat him and how he commands the offense and how the guys love playing for him, I think he's going to elevate that team. I think they're going to be able to get some good free agents, obviously, because it's New York. And because of him, people are going to come want to play with him. You know what I'm saying? Receivers, O-linemen, running backs, defenses.
I don't know about that after introducing after showing his political affiliations. I don't know about that part, but go ahead.
I mean, I understand that, but at the end of the day, you trying to win and get this bread or not? We've seen. I just think just because of who he is as a player, people who want to come play with him. And then at 3, I got the Deadskins. Right? I think they're offensive. They don't have enough.
That's not a team.
But I just don't think they have enough offensively, right? Jaden Daniels, I think he's going to take the next step. I do. I think he's going to take the next step in his career to be great, but I think Scary Terry, I love him, but I think he needs to get out of there. And then running back, what's his name? Krosky Merritt.
Yeah.
I think I like him too. I like him too. But as far as the number 2 receiver, Antonio Williams, not really too keen on. I think we're still waiting to see what he's going to be at the end of the day. I do think their defense is going to be tough. Their defense is going to be tough, even though they're losing, presumably, Bobby Wagner. Second is I think the Eagles. I think the Eagles going to be second. But like you said, I think the Eagles' best days are behind them. You know what I mean? I think I agree with the same thing with the coach situation, even though I've heard a lot out of Philly that they love Nick Sirianni as far as just the fans go, right? Players-wise, I don't know how they really feel about him. Even though, and it sucks because I do wish the best for quarterback for the Eagles. I do wish the best Jalen Hurts. I
think
he's a great
disrespecting this Super Bowl winning quarterback. This man couldn't even
Hold
remember
on, what
his
disrespect
name.
have I have gave him no disrespect. I said I wish the best for him. I think he's a great guy. I think he's a great quarterback, great leader. I would love to have him on my team, but I don't think they have. First of all, I don't think they have enough. And like you said, Mashawn, I think Nick Sirianni, it was good. It was good in the early goings, right? He was fiery. Fans liked him and everything like that. Players liked him. But then I think he's kind of gotten a little too close as far as player-wise. You know what I'm saying? He still got to be coach. You still got to have some of that
he
discipline, right? You know what I'm saying? And so I don't know how it's going to shake out in the locker room. We'll see this year. And then first, the Dallas Cowboys, right? Our offense should be better than it's been in really since we had Miles Austin and all them guys, since we had that group of receivers with Felix Jumpman. We don't want to go back there, but that should be. We come on, man. We don't even speak on that. But I think our team in general should be, as far as on paper, right? And we've had a good team on paper for a lot of years, but on paper, our team should stack up against that team that was there. And the only domino that's going to keep us from getting to where we need to go is the man calling them signals. This year, I don't see no excuses that can be made for him. If you don't produce, right, with the defense that we're supposed to have, we got a new defensive coordinator who's been doing some good things and looks like he's a real player's coach. Offense, we didn't really lose anybody. O-line, they've grown together. Receivers understand their roles now. I think, like we talked about last week, we got one more year with George Pickens, then he's getting out of there. So I think as a man, Dak, you got to understand this. And if it ain't gonna be this year, it ain't gonna be no year.
Yeah. All right, guys, I got you.
I figured out Knicks and Cowboy fans. If you just keep saying every year they're gonna win the championship and they eventually win it, then you look right. So that's pretty much the logic.
Why not? Right?
Yeah,
why not? What you got to lose?
Yeah, nothing at all. I get it. I understand. I completely understand. Mashawn.
Yes, sir.
What you got on that top 5, sir?
All right. Well, we gonna take it back to the HBCUs.
Hold on. Wait. Let me give you some intro music, man. Yeah. Give you some intro music. Yes, sir.
There it is.
Ladies and gentlemen, this week's Sunday Night Live, Mashawn's top 5. Yeah. Take it away, sir.
All right. So we gonna count down the top 5 best NFL players out of HBCUs history. So, and this, I honestly wish I had more than 5 spots for this one because it's just so many. But so I'm gonna have some honorable mentions too. But I'll top with this. Number 5, I'm going with my homeboy out of Mobile, Alabama, from Jackson State back in the day, Mr. Robert Brazile, linebacker for the Houston Oilers in the 70s. It's crazy that this man didn't get in the NFL Hall of Fame until 2018 when he was a 7-time Pro Bowler, a 6-time All-Pro, 2 times first team, 4 times second team. But yes, Mr. Robert Brazile out of Jackson State is number 5. Number 4, we have Mr. Jackie Slater, again out of Jackson State. Played a 20-year career with the Los Angeles Rams. For those of you that don't know him, you probably know his boys. Both his boys made it to the NFL. Special team with the New England Patriots, the Slater guys, Matthew Slater, and he had another one that made it to the league. But Jackie Slater paved the way for Eric Dickerson's record-breaking year for the Rams. And again, I don't know how many sacks he allowed, but it wasn't very many of a 20-year career. Jackie Slater, number 4 from Jackson State. Number 3, we have Mr. Mel Blount from Southern University Jaguars. Mel Blount, 4-time Super Bowl winner with the Pittsburgh Steelers, had 57 interceptions in the league. They created a new rule because of how effective he was. The Mel Blount rule was limiting the hand fighting that DBs could do downfield after 5 yards. That was implemented because of Mr. Mel Blount. So you know how much of a beast you have to be in order for them to make new rules up because of the way you play. And then we have number 2. These number 2, nobody will be surprised at these. Mr. Walter Payton, Jackson State, still, I think to this day, is the number 2 all-time leading rusher behind Emmitt Smith. Held that record for the longest time until Emmitt broke that record. Mr. Walter Payton is a big part of the reason why I am a Chicago Bears fan myself. Won the Super Bowl with one of the greatest NFL teams in 1985 when Mike Dicker did not allow that man to get a touchdown in that blowout game. Shame on you, Mike Dicker. But number 2, Walter Payton. And then number 1, this is probably a lot of people's GOAT all over the NFL, Mr. Jerry Rice. Mr. Jerry Rice from Mississippi Valley State. I don't have to explain his stats, man. Jerry Rice just to go to everything. He's got 1,500 catches. I think the next closest dude, probably 300 or 400 behind him. Almost 20,000 receiving yards. I think he got 23,000 overall all-purpose yards. Man, just Jerry Rice, just the GOAT of football. So that's the top 5. The honorable mention, I do want to mention a couple things. Yeah, Mr. Art Shell out of Maryland State. Now it's called Maryland Eastern Shore. Mr. Art Shell is Hall of Famer, but he was the first African-American head coach in the NFL. So shout out to Mr. Art Shell. We have, and just a couple of others, obviously Steve McNair, Richard Dent out of Jackson State. Not Jackson State, out of Tennessee State. And of course, Steve McNair out of Alcorn State. And, there's so many others to that I can mention. But that is the top 5 I have. One last point I want to make about these guys. Can you believe this? Robert Brazile, Jackie Slater, and Walter Payton played on the same team at Jackson State. Not for the same school, different years. They were on the same team. How did anybody beat that team? But that's it.
Don, you got your 5?
I do.
Go ahead, sir.
Yeah, so at 5, right? And I really, honestly, I'm not going. It's tough for me to put any order other than my 1, and I'm gonna acknowledge my bias. All right, but the 5 that I want to throw out there, obviously, I'm not gonna go with any guys you said, Mashawn. I'm gonna leave Jerry Rice. I'm gonna leave Steve McNair, all them guys off. But Deacon Jones, right? Deacon Jones, one of the best at his position of all time, right? And so
Hey, much respect to that pick, yeah.
Hall of Famer, right? 8-time Pro Bowls, 5-time All-Pro, 2-time Defensive Player of the Year, right? Let me ask a question first of all. Is this just football, or are we talking about overall football?
I just said football.
Okay. Just making sure. And then I throw my dog, Shay Sharp some love. I throw Shannon Sharp in there, show him some love in there, man. He did one of the guys that revolutionized the tight end position in the NFL. Right, as far as catching, as far as yards after catch and everything like that. In the Super Bowls he won with the Broncos and the Ravens. So I think, how could you not put him up there? Then I go Michael Strahan. Right, I got to go Michael Strahan from Texas Southern. I'm sorry, my bad. I ain't even give him the school. Deacon Jones, South Carolina State. Shannon Sharp, Savannah State. And I go Michael Strahan, Texas Southern. Was the all-time sack leader. Is he still the all-time sack leader or something? No, Myles Garrett broke it. I'm sorry. Yeah, or single season. Yeah, single season. But I think Myles Garrett broke that, didn't he, last year?
Myles Garrett broke it last year.
Yeah, so it was the all-time, even though the last sack Strahan got is a little questionable, we're still going to give it to him because, it was what it was. And I respect it any way you can get it. I get you. I got to throw Mel Blount in there. Obviously, I know you said that. Mel Blount in there just because I was able to coach one of his sons when I was at Central, and he's now one of the strength and conditioning coaches at University of Pittsburgh, if I'm not mistaken. And so he's a real good kid, and got to see Mel Blount on the sideline and everything like that at some of the Central games. And so that was really monumental, right? I've never seen an NFL Hall of Famer before, and I didn't realize how tall he was, right? And so and then my last but not least, my first, my number 1, and like I said, I'll acknowledge my bias. We gotta go Tariq Cohen, man. Tariq Cohen. Young boy from North Carolina. Shout out to everybody from Bun. in the country, man, who was the first. The first.
That's a joke,
hold on.
Tariq Cohen #1, man.
Yeah, man.
It's your list, though.
Like
it's
I
your
said,
list.
I'm going to acknowledge my bias. I preface by saying that. But I got to show him some love, man, because of what he did for this generation of HBCU football players, right? It was a time right before, especially at A&T, it was a time right before, because me and him are the same age. Before us, like, it was just HBCU football, like superstars, there weren't too many, right? Between the older guys and the newer generation. And then Tariq Cohen came along, and the things he started doing as far as when he was doing the backflips and he got on ESPN and catching them one hand and stuff like that, went viral for that. And then he would have crazy runs, and they would be on ESPN. Then what he did in the Celebration Bowl, the first ever Celebration Bowl, and I was there, you know what I'm saying? Still got my t-shirt, even though I'm not an Ag. But what he did for the first ever Celebration Bowl was amazing. Like, he had 300-something yards and 2 or 3 touchdowns, and like, they didn't know what to do with him. Right. And so then when he got to the league, he still was able to be productive up until he had an injury. So his NFL career didn't obviously go as well as any of the other guys that we talked about, but he had one of the best college careers of any HBCU. I put his college career up against all of those guys that we talked about coming from all these HBCUs. So I shout out to Kareem Cohen, North Carolina A&T State University.
Absolutely. I'm going to go ahead and kill the suspense. I do not have Tariq Cohen on my list. I graduated from A&T. Love what he did. He made it fun to actually go watch games again.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm saying. But yeah, I don't have
bad
him on
timing.
this list,
it was
man.
a little timing that got real bad.
Yeah, it was some years. It was the 2003 was dope. Then after 2003, it was a period of dismay. But anyway, my number five, man, I'll put Shannon Sharp out of Savannah State, tight end. Number 4, I give it to Michael Strahan. See, this is where number 3 is kind of up in the air for me, but I give number 3 to Steve McNair. Number 2, Sweetness, Mr. Walter Payton, and number 1, of course, man, is number 2. Number 2, I give to Mr. Doug Williams, because of what Doug Williams did, becoming the first African American quarterback to win a Super Bowl with the then Washington Redskins. Shout out to him. Shout out to his daughter. She went to A&T. She was there the same year I was there. And number 1, of course, man, the man with the chicken hat in the Popeyes commercial, Mr. Jerry Rice.
Why you bring that up, man? That's a low point for Mr.
Hey. Had you never done it, I wouldn't be able to talk about it. So, Mr. Chicken Hat, Jerry Rice is number 1.
And I've always, we probably don't know the answer to this question, but I'm not going to be long-winded, but why? And they must have done something. And I've talked to this with a couple other, when I was at different HBCUs. Why has Jerry Rice not affiliated too much with Mississippi Valley anymore? Like, why does Mississippi Valley still look the way it looked when he graduated? Why have they never been good since then? Like, and I don't know if y'all seen the campus or seen the football field recently, but that shit is bad, man. It's bad over there.
I have no idea, man.
Yeah, man. I graduated from A&T.
Somebody up top must have rubbed him the wrong way or said something bad to him or something like that. But there's no reason that one of the greatest football players of all time went to your school and it still looks the way it looked.
Mm-hmm. And then again, that's why you got to, as an HBCU, you got to keep the relationships with these guys as strong as you can. But who knows, man?
Who knows?
Yeah. It might be an administrative issue. You know what I mean? Like with so many other HBCUs, it might just come down to the administration, man. Speaking of HBCUs, great segue, fellas. Great segue. Yeah, now it's time to get to that particular section. I like to show love to those who show love to us. This is the HBCU section, ladies and gentlemen. All right, get that graphic up out of there. One time for Miss Dawn Staley and South Carolina University Gamecocks. They will be hosting a HBCU women's basketball tournament in November called the Power Play. Power spelled P-O-W-H-E-R. Power Player Classic. It's going to be in South Carolina. Against some 3 HBCU schools. And from the teaser, you kind of see 2 of the logos. 2 of them happen to be Tennessee State and the other Alabama A&M. Not sure what that third school is going to be. So congratulations, Dawn Staley, man. Her and Kim Mulkey do a real good job of kind of highlighting HBCU women's basketball teams. It's going to be a blowout, blowout city, of course, but Way to go there. The whole purpose of the Power Player Classic is to blend elite athletic competition with brand and business opportunities, creating economic pipelines and visibility for female student athletes at HBCUs. So again, congratulations to Miss Dawn Staley. She's one of the more notable, excited Philadelphians for LeBron James to be going to the 76ers. So yeah, too bad you didn't get the chip. Way to go. This past Saturday, they had the HBCU, how did they have it framed? The HBCU Sports Awards. I didn't even know that was a thing, but that was presented by HBCUsports.com. Got to give a shout out to Ken Rashad, a graduate out of Grambling State. That's the founding publisher and editor. Kendrick Marshall, graduated out of Jackson State, he's the senior editor. Jared Hoffman, graduate of Bowie State, special contributor. And also Chris Stevens, graduated from Delaware State. He's also a special contributor. Some notable award winners, of course, Bowler of the Year, Savannah Bergen, A&T. Bowling Coach of the Year, Kim Terrell Kearney, A&T. Conference of the Year was the SWAC, of course. Athletic Program of the Year went to Howard University. Male Athlete of the Year, Mr. Jameson Austin out of Winston-Salem State University.
Shout out to my dog, Juke.
There you go. Yeah, shout out.
I coached him when I was at St. Aug. He was with me. Shout out to Juke.
Okay, that's what's up. Female Athlete of the Year, Miss Mackenzie Aberley, played softball and ran cross country for Maryland Eastern Shore, which was formerly Maryland State University. Also, I forgot, Women's Track and Field Athlete of the Year was Spirit Morgan, A&T. Also in HBCU news, there was one other thing. It wasn't really news. It was just me noting how A&T was picked to finish bottom of the CAA again.
Literally last?
No, Norfolk State, I think is good. No, not Norfolk State. I'm sorry. Hampton. Yeah, it's a fight for last place between us and Hampton.
Yeah.
We've made some significant upgrades, man.
I think both teams. Will surprise. I think both teams, will be better than everybody thinks, because both teams brought in 2 head men, 2 coaches that are leaders and that know what they're doing. Shout out to Van Jones and shout out to
Sean Gibbs.
Coach Gibbs. Shout out to Coach Gibbs.
Sean Gibbs.
I rock with both of them, man. I think both of them teams will finish. I don't see them being last in the CAA, not the CAA.
I would hope not. But I mean, I just want us to get better than last year's stat of being a team who didn't produce not one 100-yard rusher. We didn't have one guy to rush for 100 yards last season, and that is good God Almighty. You played football and nobody had 100 yards. We were averaging 2.5 yards per carry. We allowed 44 sacks and had 4.6 yards per play was the average, man. So just improve on that. I'm a realist. Let's start small. Let's get better than that, first of all. Before we start talking about championships, let's just get somebody that can rush for 100 yards, not get sacked 44 times, and have more than less than 5 yards per play.
Hold on, How many? And it was what? The record was what last year?
2-12.
14 games, 44 sacks.
That's a lot. And my question to the A&T, I mean, I know this is another question that we probably don't know the answer to, but A&T and Hampton are going into that CAA. Has it helped them improve their, say, NIL budget or anything? Do we know that? I mean, because if it hasn't,
A&T it has, man. A&T it has. I know a girl, she works in admissions, and I know I grew up with the defensive coordinator over there. And they got, I don't know about Hampton. I know one coach over there, but we ain't really talked last time I talked to him about NIL. But I know A&T got some money over there. A&T got some.
Okay, well, good.
Well, we got the bread, but it's about, who's gonna do right by it. We've also been in the news for that too. So let's just make sure.
Well,
make sure the folks who's supposed to get the bread are getting the bread. We'll just leave it at that. We'll just leave it at that. All right, fellas, this has been a great 2 hours almost, man.
If I can interject, though.
Yes, sir.
I do want to say one more thing with the HBCU section.
Yes, sir.
I want to shout out my Alabama A&M Bulldog Athletic Hall of Fame 2026 inductees.
Okay.
They have a ceremony coming up in September, but we have about 10 or 8 inductees. For volleyball, we have Alexandria Brazelton Boyd, Nidra Taylor Brown, and Princess Dixon Mitchell. All of these young ladies play volleyball for the school. Then we have, in the swimming, some swimmers. We have Tanya Carlton Evans and Lori Reed Fuller. Those were the swimmers. We have Ryan Allen Shea was a track and field athlete. Darius Tabb and Terrence Van Leer were men's basketball players, and Barry Wagner, a football player, who all of these individuals are being inducted into the Alabama A&M Athletic Hall of Fame this year, 2026. So congratulations to them, and I just wanted to shout them out.
Way to go, man. Congratulations to all inductees, man. Gentlemen, final thoughts. Don, we'll let you go first.
Ooh, final thought. My final thought is, what does the position besides Steph Curry name say? That's the last one I got. That's all I wanted to say.
All right. My final thought is that there are at least 4 point guards that are better than Steph Curry in history.
My final thought is, thank y'all so much for watching and tuning in, commenting. Really appreciate that. B-Mac, my cousin Thomas, man. Mr. Hill, thank y'all so much for joining us. Yes, sir.
B-Mac who? That's one of your cousin?
Israel.
Oh, never mind.
Comedian B-Mac. No. That's my homeboy. My cousin is
okay.
Thomas
I
Jones.
thought it was
He
a different
in the comment
B-Mac
section also.
Yeah.
Well, no. But tell him to join too. Yeah. Whoever he is, tell him about
From
the
Wilson,
show. He
North
can join
Carolina.
also,
Shout out
man.
to B-Mac.
That's what's up. Yeah. Hope to see you in the comment section soon. Wilson B-Mac. Thank y'all so much for watching. Thank y'all for tuning in, liking, sharing, subscribing, all that goodness. It was something else I was gonna say. Errol Spence Jr. I mean, yeah, great career, I guess. Whenever you go outside, take God with you, man. Y'all be kind. Y'all be careful. We'll see y'all next time, man. Peace. Where's that outro music? There we go, ladies and gentlemen. There we go. And don't forget, man, you can't be considered great if you have more losses than you have wins in the most important game. Y'all have a nice night.